Good day, everyone. Today we are going to touch on adding fractions, but we will be focusing on dissimilar fractions or unlike fractions.
So before doing so, let us go ahead and find out the different terms that we will go into once we are going to discuss this. So what do we mean first by dissimilar and unlike fractions? When you say dissimilar or unlike fractions, as you can see there, it means fractions with different denominators. Okay, so the examples given us 4 and 3 as our denominators. Next term that we might encounter would be proper fraction. So what do we mean when we say proper fraction? That means the numerator or the top number is lesser than the denominator, which refers to the bottom number. So in here, our numerators would be 2 and 1. Our denominators would be 4 and 3. Our numerators are lesser than our denominators. So that's what proper fractions would be. Next term, we have improper fraction. So improper fraction would be the opposite to proper fraction. The numerator or the top number would be greater than the denominator or the bottom number. So as you can see in here, we got 5/4 for our first fraction. Our numerator 5 is greater than the denominator 4. The second fraction, we have 7/6. So again, our numerator would be greater than our denominator. Now that we have those terms in mind, let us now proceed and try to add these dissimilar fractions. So on your screen, you have there 2/4 and 1/3. Let us go ahead and add these two fractions. So what are the steps to take? So let's go with the first one. The first one is for us to look for the least common denominator. So again, look for the common denominator of our numbers 4 and 3. As you can see in the screen there, I'm using the listing method. So what I would do is to list all the multiples of 4 and multiples of 3, and I would find the least common denominator. Multiples of 4 first. So again, we will be multiplying our fraction, the given denominator rather, to the given numbers here in order for us to find our multiples. So what are the multiples of 4? So when we multiply 4 to 1, that would give us 4. 4 is one multiple there. Multiply 4 to 2, that gives us 8. 8 would be another multiple of 4. Multiply 4 to 3, that would give us 12. 12 is another multiple of 4. And 4 times 4 would give us 16. That's another multiple of 4. So we got there 4, 8, 12, and 16 multiples of 4. So let's have multiples of 3 then. So again, do the same. Multiply 3 times 1, that gives us 3. 3 times 2 would give us 6. 3 times 3 would give us 9. And 3 times 4 would give us 12. So right there, would you be able to find out your least common denominator? Well, as you can see, 12 would be common to both numbers, 4 and 3. And this would be the least that would be common to both. So we'll take 12 as our least common denominator. Now we already have taken the least common denominators of 4 and 3. Let's go ahead and do step 2. That would be making the given fractions having the same denominators using the LCD. So again, bear in mind our least common denominator is 12. Let us do each fraction separately. So we have here 2/4 and 1/3. Let's do 2/4 first. So how would I turn 4, my denominator, the bottom number, turn into 12, which is the LCD? You are right. You need to multiply this one by 3. And since you are multiplying 3 to the denominator side or the bottom part, you need also to multiply the same number, that same number 3, to the upper number, which is our numerator, the 2. So multiply 2 times 3, that would give us 6. And 4 times 3, you got that one right. You got 12. So right now, you got 6/12. So instead of writing 2/4, you need to write 6/12. So let's take 1/3. How will I make the 3 there, which is our denominator, turn into 12? Well, you're right. You need to multiply this to 4 in order to come up with 12. And since you will be multiplying 4 to the denominator side, you need to do the same on the numerator part or the upper number. So multiply 1 to 4, that would give you 4. Multiply 3 and 4, that will bring out 12. Remember, 12 is our least common denominator. Our step 2 is done. So let's proceed now to step 3. Add the numerators and then retain the common denominator. Again, our common denominator here is 12. So write that one down. But then again, you need to add our numerator. So add now 6 and 4. And we know that's 10. So that would be now 10 12s. That would now be our answer. But take note, that would not be our final answer yet. Let's go ahead and do step 4, which is to simplify. So what do we mean when we say simplify? So we are going to find out a number that could divide both our numerator and denominator. Okay? What number can divide both 10 and 12? We could divide both of the numbers by 2. What's 10 divided by 2? That would give us 5. And 12 divided by 2 would give out 6. Can 5, 6 be simplified? We could stop there. You are right. Let us take another example. You got there 5, 6, and 7 fourths. Okay? So same thing. Our first step, look for the LCD. LCD, or least common denominator, of 6 and 4. How do we do that? We will use the listing method. Let's go ahead and find out the multiples of 6. So the same thing. You need to multiply the denominators with the same number. So multiply 6 by 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, these numbers here. So when you multiply 6 to 1, that will give us 6. 6 to 2, that would give us 12. 6 to 3, that would give us 18. And 6 times 4, that would give us 24. So right now, the multiples of 6, we have 6, 12, 18, and 24. Let's go ahead and find out the multiples of 4. So multiply 4 by 1, that would give us 4. Multiply 4 by 2, that would give us 8. Multiply 4 by 3, that would give us 12. I could stop there, right? Can you spot now our least common denominator? Yes, you are right. We could see both of the numbers has the same multiple, which is 12. So 12 would also be our least common denominator here. It's time for us now to make our fractions similar. So we are going to make 5, 6, and 7 fourths similar fractions. So again, we will use our least common denominator. Bear in mind, our least common denominator here is 12. So that means our 5, 6 should have 12 as the denominator, and so with 7 fourths. So let's take one fraction at a time. Let's start first with 5, 6. Now, how will you turn the denominator 6 into 12? You're right. You need to multiply this one by 2 in order for it to turn into 12. So do the same with your numerator. Whatever number you multiplied to the denominator or the bottom number, you will also multiply that same number to the upper number or our numerator. So what is 5 times 2? That would give us 10. And 6 times 2, that would make it 12. So instead of writing 5, 6, you are going to write there 10 12s. Let's have 7 fourths. Again, our goal is to make this one similar to 5, 6, which is now 10 over 12s. So let's make our denominator 4 turn into 12. How do we do that? Of course, we need to multiply 4 to 3 to make it 12. And do the same. The upper number should be also multiplied to 3. So what's 7 times 3? You're right, that would give us 21. And 4 times 3 would give us 12. So instead of writing 7 fourths, you will now write 21 12s. Let's go ahead and proceed to step 3. So perform the indicated operation, and that is addition. So how are we going to add? Add the numerators and retain the common denominator. Add 10 plus 21. That would give us 31. And what is, of course, our denominator here? No doubt, that would still be 12. So our answer there is 31 over 12. But wait, would this be our final answer? No, you are right, because we are going to do step 4, which is to simplify. Now take note, our answer here is 31 twelfths. So that means we have an improper fraction. Our numerator is greater or bigger than our denominator. And the only way to turn this one into simplified form is to turn this into a mixed form. A mixed form would have a whole number and a fraction. So how would we be able to come up with a whole number and a fraction? Let me show you. What you are going to do is to divide 31 by 12. So when you do division, please be careful because sometimes this is like misconception. Sometimes the kids would put the number 12 inside the division symbol. So that should not be the case. The 12 should be outside of the division symbol. 31 should be inside that division symbol. Okay, 31 divided by 12. So how many 12 goes into 31? You are right. There should only be 2. So right there 2 on top of that division symbol. So 2 times 12, that would give you 24. So just do the common way of doing the division. 31 now minus 24 would give us 7. So what's left is 7. Can you divide 12? Can you divide 7 by 12? No, you can't, right? So that would now be, we have there on top of our division symbol, we have there 2. What's left? We have 7. Remember, our denominator, which has now become our divisor, is 12. So let's go ahead and put our mixed number. Where should we get our whole number? What should be our numerator and denominator to form part our fraction? Let me show you. Which can we take as a whole number? Bear in mind, the quotient, which is on top of the division symbol, that would be our whole number. Okay? So our whole number there would be 2. How can we form the fraction? What can be taken as our numerator? The remainder would be our numerator, and our divisor would become our denominator. Okay? So what's our mixed number here? Our answer, that would be 2, 7 twelfths. 2 and 7 twelfths, and that would be our final answer.
Thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. And if you like this video, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Thank you so much.